Hi Flosstube, I'm Annie and I am the Proper Stitcher, and welcome to episode number 62. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by today. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your continued support, all of your wonderful comments, and all the messages you send my way. I really do appreciate it. If you have not done so already, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and ring the bell, and that way you will get notifications of when I upload new videos. So, as you know, I've had a very busy last couple of weeks. I usually come to you all on a Thursday, but today is Friday. I have returned from the Stitch Etc. Retreat, and as I was getting everything together yesterday and putting it on my table and preparing for my video, the day kept getting away from me. And it was about 5 o'clock. I knew I was about to get a reminder to come pick up Bella and Scout from the groomers. So I decided to not record because I did not want to feel rushed, because I have a feeling this might be a long episode. So grab a pen and paper, grab your stitching, grab your tea, your coffee, whatever it is you're drinking. We have a lot to go over. I want to give you a full recap of the Stitch Etc. Christmas in July retreat that I just returned from. That was hosted by Stitch Etc. with the guest designer of Priscilla and Chelsea with Stitching with the Housewives. It was all last week, and it was in Greenwood, Indiana. I got home on Sunday evening, and it was a full week of lots of fun, 2 different sessions. I want to go over all of that with you bit by bit. And I have some whips I want to share with you, haul, and giveaways, all my usual stuff. So I just did not want to rush the video last night. So I wanted to just postpone it to today so I could just spend a little bit more time with you. So hopefully it won't be too long. Okay, so let's just jump right into all the things I want to go over with you. So as I said, I returned Sunday night. I got home Sunday evening, and it was so good to be home after being away for a week. Although I had a wonderful time, it was nice to come back home, sleep in my bed, shower in my shower, see my family, and catch up on everything I had been missing out on at home. Gray finished her week of work, or her summer of work at the summer camp last Friday while I was gone. So she is now off work, full-blown, getting ready for going to college, whether or not I am ready. She is leaving 2 weeks from today. Many of you at the retreat gave me some wonderful advice on sending children off to college, so fingers crossed I will be a big girl and hold my emotions together while we drop her off at college. I'm super excited for her, but it will be an adjustment for all of us here at home and for her away at college. So that's 2 weeks from today. So this week we had doctor's appointments, haircut appointments, errands to run, things to buy for dorm rooms, all that kind of stuff. So it's been fun doing all those things with her this week, getting Tristan ready to go back to school as well. He starts back on August the 15th, I believe. He will be a junior in high school. So busy week, busy time for us right now. So I have made a lot of notes because I do not want to forget anything. I've also worked on her quilt this week, so I'll share some quilt squares with you later in the video. So let's start off with the Stitch Etc. recap. Before I do, I want to give a major shout out, major thank you to my husband Matthew, not only for holding down the fort here at home, which, you know, as I've mentioned before, we make a fabulous team. We do everything together as far as helping around the house and with all things with the children, but he put in new lights on my bookshelves. As I've mentioned before, I do not have the best lighting in my room, and he put lights on top of my cabinets to give me just a little extra light in here while I'm working. He ordered those and installed them while I was gone, so that was a nice surprise when I got home. So thank you so much, Matt. I really appreciate it, and hopefully the lighting is better for you all when you're watching my videos. So yay, Matt. So okay, let's go into the recap of the retreat. So Kim Gavlik with Stitch Etc. hosts amazing retreats. She has been doing retreats for many years. She is also one of my buddies that I go to retreats with. So she has a great eye and ear, and just just pays attention to detail when it comes to hosting retreats. And this is the second retreat she has hosted in Greenwood, Indiana, which is south of Indianapolis. And it was at the Hilton Garden Inn in Greenwood, Indiana. And the guest designer was Stitching with the Housewives. And Priscilla Blaine designed a pattern just for this retreat. And it will be a new series of hers. I'll insert photos of all of the finished pieces of that class piece. So it was a lot of fun. Kim decided to do 2 sessions. The first session started on Sunday, and that group, Monday, and that group left on Thursday morning. The second group came in Thursday afternoon, and they left on Sunday. So it was a jam-packed week, lots of moving parts, lots of exciting things. So on the first day, check-in was started at 2, and people arrived to kind of find a place to sit and get comfortable and find their stitchy spot, and just start meeting and greeting and getting to know each other. And it was a lot of fun. This was the first time, like I said, that Kim did 2 sessions back to back in 1 week. So it was interesting to see the differences of the 2 sessions and the energy of the 2 sessions, but they were both super, super excited to be there. And it was a lot of fun. So on day 1, check-in was at 2, as I said. That evening, we played games. And so it started with dinner, actually. It was at 6. And with the retreat, you got dinner and breakfast. So every night, dinner was at 6. And then after dinner was either some sort of event. It was either games or other activities. So on the first night, we played left, right, center, and we played it with floss. Everybody who wanted to play would bring 7 skeins of floss, and that was for 1 game. And the other game was for fat quarters. So you would bring 7 fat quarters with you, of fabric. And so it's sort of like cross stitcher gambling is really what it was. It was so much fun to see the energy of all of the ladies competing and trying to win all of this floss. So and fat quarters. So it was just a lot of fun. I have videos of both games that I'll also insert. Lots of fun, lots of laughter. It was a great way to break the ice and to just get to know the people in your or around you and in your community. So that was a lot of fun to see. We also did trivia every night at dinner. It was How Well Do You Know Priscilla and Chelsea, and you could have an opportunity to win a fat quarter bundle with every correct answer. I believe each night it was 10 questions. And so that was on night 1. Also on the first evening, Kim had this beautiful idea. Since it was Christmas in July themed, we wrapped presents for every attendee. So every attendee's swag bag was put in a box and hand wrapped with a bow on it. Just like you were opening a present on Christmas morning, you opened a present the first night of the retreat. And I have an example of the swag bag. Oh, and I think we're about to get some storms. So if you hear thunder, you will probably hear Scout barking. We have had storms a lot this week, and normally she's okay, but sometimes she gets a little nervous and she'll start barking. So if you hear her barking, I'm the only one at home and no one's going to be able to console her, so we may have to pause the video. I'm also drinking tea, hot tea, because my throat, I feel like I'm still recovering from raising my voice for a week to talk over a crowd. So bear with me if I cough. I'm just trying to soothe my throat. So the swag bags, beautifully wrapped, so much fun. I think that was such a nice touch that Kim thought of. She just had this vision in it and she pulled it together beautifully. But each swag bag was a project bag. And these project bags were sewn by Lonnie, one of Kim's good friends, Lonnie. And I will list her company below. She also does finishing services, but Lonnie made these bags. They were all different materials. It was really random. So everybody got a different bag, and some of them were the same, but for the most part, it was a good mix. My bag, I chose I wanted to make sure Kim had enough supplies for everybody, and so I did not get everything that everybody else did in their swag bags. But the swag bags had scissors, scissor fobs, magnetic boards. They had these cute little zipper pulls that were Christmas trees. They had a cookbook. The cookbook was a Cookies for Santa cookbook, and everyone who wanted to participate submitted a personal cookie recipe. Kim and Ashley had these printed, so everyone who submitted a recipe, their cookie recipe is in this cookbook. So super cute idea. It was also in with the gift. What else was in? Needle minders, all kinds of fun stuff. This was so full of goodies for everyone to have. So sweet and so thoughtful. I loved it. I loved seeing everybody's surprise and excitement when they opened their gifts. So that was day one. She had the 24-hour stitching lounge, so you could stay in the stitching room all night if you wanted to. The first night usually is not a late night for most people because they travel so far that they were ready to go to bed. So that first night was not a very late night for most people. So the next morning on day two, another amazing idea that Kim had, which I thought was fabulous, is she had these crackers, these English crackers everybody had at their seat when they arrived for breakfast the next morning. And inside of this cracker is a Lizzie Kate pattern with the fabric to stitch it on and the floss. So everybody had another little present to open on the second morning. Cute idea, took a lot of time to do. Kay Reese assembled these little crackers leading up to the retreat, and a lot of work went into it, and it was so cute, and I think a lot of the everybody appreciated it. So great idea for that. So that was day two. Day two was a freebie day. Everybody had the choice to stay and stitch. You could stay and do make it and take it, and the make it and take it's were a covered button, learn to assemble a covered button, and to paint your own ornament. And the ornament was used to, you could use paint pens to paint on these ornaments. The idea is you can hang it on your Christmas tree. You can put your orts in it throughout the year and hang it on the tree. Lots of fun ideas. It was fun to see all the different ways that people decorated their ornaments. So those were the two make it and take it's. You could also have the opportunity, because it was a free day, to go and explore all the shops in the area. Greenwood, Indiana is very close to several cross-stitch stores and quilt stores, and it's a couple of hours it's about an hour and 45 minutes from Cincinnati. So some people went to Keepsakes, some people went to quilt stores, some people went to, there's one shop called Always in Stitches, which is both a cross-stitch store and a quilt store. So lots of opportunities to explore the area, and it was fun to hear everybody come back and either show what they purchased. I call it show and tell. You have to have show and tell. If you go to a shop, you have to share what you purchased. I love that part. I love seeing what everybody found on their adventure that day. And then that night we had more trivia and more games. One of the games that night was a saran wrap game, and we wrapped up in saran wrap a mug, a thermos mug, and a bag, both with Stitch Etc. logo on it. And the object of that game is you wear oven mitts, and you have your timed based on the person next to you is rolling a dice, and you have until they roll doubles to try and unwrap this present wearing oven mitts. You can't use anything else. You can't use your teeth. You can't use scissors or anything. It's just your hands with oven mitts. So that was a lot of fun. Both groups were very competitive on all of the games, and it was so funny to see and to watch. Another idea that Kim had, which was so thoughtful and I think very much appreciated, was a bridal shower. Chelsea, Priscilla's daughter, Chelsea, is getting married in September, and Kim thought it would be nice to have a bridal shower for Chelsea. And what And everything was optional. Nobody was forced to participate in anything, but everything was optional, and it was an ornament shower. You could hand make an ornament, Christmas ornament, or you can purchase a Christmas ornament. And we had a bridal shower that night for Chelsea, and it was so sweet to see her open each ornament that was given to her. So much thought and love went into all of these ornaments, and just the purchasing of them and making of them. It was so sweet, and Chelsea was so appreciative that everybody did that for her. The evening was followed up with a toilet paper game where your table participated in making a wedding dress for one of the volunteers at your table, and that was cute. Everybody got a prize. The team that won got a prize, and Fat Quarter Shop was kind enough to donate all of these needle minders for that evening. So this is a love needle minder. So Kim put these in a little jewelry bag with Hershey Kisses. So that was fun to have something else to pass out to everybody that night. And then it followed up with a night of cupcakes and just fun, just more fun stitching that evening. So that was the end of day 2. Day 3 was the class day. Everybody who stitched the class piece had the opportunity to go into the class and learn from Priscilla and Chelsea on how to finish the project. And then it was mounted on a board that was made specially made for the piece by Stitch Etc. And it was a house. I'll insert photos of all of these so you can see them as well. I did not get mine finished, and so I do not have one to show you personally, so I will insert photos of some that were finished. Cute little houses with the design on it. So it was a lot of fun. Everybody got to finish their piece. That evening we had Christmas dinner, which was delicious, and then after that we had our stocking exchange, and this also was optional. You had the option, or it was voluntary, excuse me. You did not have to participate, but prior to the event, excuse me while I reach, my table is full of stuff. So prior to the event, Kim mailed with your class piece these stockings, and the idea was for you to fill the stocking and put one stitched ornament in it, and then fill it with Christmas stocking items, candy, floss, anything you wanted to fill in the stocking. So that was a lot of fun. I participated in both sessions. I did an ornament for both, and so I have my items to share with you of what I received in my stockings. So that is how we ended up that night with a hot cocoa bar. So she had hot cocoa, cookies. It was just a fun night. That was sort of the farewell evening. And then the next morning, a lot of people left early. Both sessions left early that last morning for travel reasons. But you still had breakfast with your stay. So that was pretty much the full week. I have all kinds of little tidbits to share with you, to show you gifts, to show you floss drops, things like that. But it was a jam-packed week. Lots of fun, lots of activities and excitement, and just lots of wonderful memories. I met a lot of new people. It was so much fun to see people that I met last year, and I just hope that we have the opportunity to do that again. Just Kim does an amazing job. Ashley does an amazing job. Kim had, it was me and Kay and our friend Amy that helped with the retreats, and we just had a good time planning, preparing, organizing, setting up, meeting, greeting, and just getting to know each and every one of you. Because I do have a lot to share with you from things that were given to me from the retreat and given to all of us, some things may be left out, and it's not intentional. It's just, there's a lot of it. I mean, if you can imagine, each session had 75 people. So I do want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to come by and say hello or chat with me, drop off a little goodie. I just had so much fun getting to know you. And I took as many pictures as I could. A lot of the photos I took were on other people's phones. So please email me photos that you may have from the retreat at theproperstitcher@gmail.com. I would love to have those photos. So let's go into some of the gifts that I got while I was at the retreat. One, and I'm going to, in an effort to keep my table clear, I'm going to just kind of drop things down because it's pretty full and I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. And the only way to do that is to get it off my table. The first thing I want to show you is something that my good friend Dawn Eck made me. And her birthday was yesterday. So everybody comment below, say happy birthday, Dawn, and she will get a big kick out of that. But she made these placemats. And she made this using 5-inch squares. So I'm thinking with some of my charm packs, I might make some of these for retreats. And so it's basically just a placemat using 5-inch squares. And she made a little pocket. And she even put the binding on it. Such a cute idea. If you're going to a retreat and you want to make something for some of your table mates or some friends or for yourself, she said this was super easy and a lot of fun to do. So I'm going to definitely put this on my list of things to make sometime. So thank you, Dawn. My other friend, Dawn Brinker, made this ornament, which is absolutely beautiful. I love this. It says, "A very Merry Christmas to you." Oh, oops. And she even put on the back of it her tag. Isn't this cute? And the stuffing is perfect. And look at this trim, the rickrack trim. Thank you, Dawn. I love this. It's too cute to put away. I might keep it out year round. So cute. And it has a little charm on it too. So thank you, Dawn. I really appreciate that. As we keep going, I got this little, and the star fell off, but I'm going to put it back on. But this was from our good friend Vicky. She makes these amazing little wood blocks too. And last year she made us the pumpkin. I pull out a pumpkin and put it on my shelf. She made it last year and I showed it to y'all last year at the other retreat. But this year she made us little Christmas trees. So that was cute and I can't wait to put that out. That'll definitely be on my shelf this year. And lots of needle minders. A lot of needle minders. Look at this little vintage needle minder. And this was from our friend Pam. She made one of these for everybody. She got Scrabble pieces and she got the list from Kim of all the attendees, and she got made everybody a Scrabble piece needle minder. So cute. She also made and told me how to make these drops, floss drops, these little things. So I'm hopefully will be able to make some of these soon. So thank you, Pam, for taking the time to do that, to tell me all about it. Lots of floss drops. I had the pleasure of meeting a set of twins, Beth and Marcia, and I love this. They passed around floss drops with old photos of them. So cute. And they said that their mom and dad, they never labeled their photos, so they don't know who's who in these pictures, but I think that's so sweet, and it was so much fun to meet them. So these are some of their floss drops. More floss drops from Holly and from Tammy T. Very sweet. More floss drops here from the Indie Stitcher. And Michelle with Michelle Lee Quilts made us these little bags, these little zipper pouch bags. And I love this fabric. I have this fabric, coincidentally. I have the Fat Quarter bundle of this. It's from a few years ago. I don't think it can still be found, but she quilted it. And she's also a bag maker. She's a long armor, and she also does project bags. Michelle Lee Quilts, and I'll list her below. But I love this. This was so sweet of her to do. More tea. Oh, and I'm going out of order from sessions. It's just, it was a lot of stuff to organize, and it's not organized. It's just on my table. This is from Farmhouse Needleworks. She also donated a bag that will be in a giveaway today, but she made us these little thread keeps and pin keeps. So thank you so much, Melanie at Farmhouse Needleworks. I'll list her below as well. Lots of more needle minders. This was from Ruth. Isn't that cute? And I showed y'all the needle minder from Fat Quarter Shop. This is from Heidi, more floss drops. Just, it was so much fun to see all the creativity that everybody had, and the gifts are optional. You don't have to do that. Nobody goes to a retreat expecting the other attendees to swap things with them, but some people just enjoy it, and it's sort of an icebreaker. It gives you an opportunity to go by and say hi to everybody. You're giving a little trinket and a memento, if you will, and that's just, I think, the purpose of it. This was also in this swag bag. This was from Fat Quarter Shop. This is the cross stitch key. It's like a corner gauge. This is something I think is so precious, and I'm going to wear it as a pin. This is from Karen. I met her. She sat at our table, Karen and Jessica. They brought as a gift an aromatique potpourri bag. I did not realize that aromatique is in Arkansas, which is where the ladies were from. They were two friends that traveled together. But Karen made me one of these pins, and you can put it on your, you can wear it as a pin on your clothing, or you can put it on your project bag. You can put it on your placemat, wherever you're stitching, that sort of thing. But she made mine with a dog bone, because she knows I have dogs. Let me see if I can get it focused. This charm has my initial on it, and then all of these sweet charms. And I love it so much, Karen. Thank you. And there's a cross and a sewing machine. So sweet. I do plan on wearing this to retreats and to things like that. So thank you. It was very special and very sweet. But it's on this big safety pin, and you can just slide whatever charms you want on there. So thoughtful, so cute. Dawn Eck also crocheted these little stockings, and she had some peppermints in it. One of my favorites is from Cindy Alt. Cindy was so sweet. She came over and said hi to me. She brought me a little quilt pattern, and it is pouring rain right now, everybody. I don't know if y'all can hear that. But she brought me a Pierre, a little statue Pierre. Isn't he cute? She got this at Michael's, and she said that when she saw him, it just made her think of the stitched piece I did right here, Artful Offerings piece. And I just love his little boots, his little face, so cute. And she also brought me two antique vintage spools of thread. And I collect these. I have several in my cabinet. So thank you so much, Cindy. She had a sweet card, and we got to chat and get to know each other a little bit better. And I really do appreciate that. And he is so cute. I can't wait to put him on my shelf. I mean, I think it's funny how Pierre is making his way into everybody's homes right now. Another sweet floss drop and rings. Lots of scissor fobs. This one is from Michelle. I kept a lot of things in their packets. This, I believe, is from Lisa. Lots of, all the girls from California. Okay, Donna White. Donna is the lady who, she made enough of these for both sessions. So Donna, Lisa, and Diana, excuse me, are from California. And they kept us entertained, as well as our sweet tooth sufficiently satisfied with C's candies. So everything from peppermint crispies to these chocolate suckers. just so cute. But Donna made these. She is a master scrapbooker and cross stitcher, but she loves playing with paper crafts. And so she made, I didn't want to open this one, but she made everybody floss drops and these little floss rings with these cute little packagings. I mean, just with a bag of tea. Just so much thought went into everything that she did. It was so cute. She also gave us some scissors for helping with the retreat, and she knows I love blue, so my scissors were blue. She had these little Santa-looking teacups in this little packaging, and she found these charms, she said, on Amazon, I believe. And she had a little gift card in there. Super cute. I was very appreciative to receive gift cards from people. I got a Hobby Lobby gift card, Starbucks gift cards, all kinds of thoughtful gifts. Karen Roberts gave me a Hobby Lobby gift card. Just so many sweet. Another Karen gave me another gift card. Just lots of thoughtful touches. This was also from Donna White with those cute little gingerbread charms. Katie Clark, she gave us little tin cans. This is so cute, and you can put a piece of magnet in there, and then people can use it to. I kept this full of scissors and pins, and I had it on my table throughout the week. So Tanya made this little ornament. Thank you, Tanya. Super cute. Lots and lots of thoughtful. This was also from Cindy. Lots and lots of thoughtful gifts. Lots of needle minders. All kinds of sweet things. Thread drops. And then Margaret, she was so sweet. She had the sweetest message. She came up and talked to me, and it just really touched my heart. She said that she wanted to give me a gift and to thank me for my floss tubes, that she felt like that I was an inspiration to her and someone to look up to, and that just really made my day. And it made me realize that I do this for fun, but my goal is to hopefully inspire other people to not only fully finish their pieces or to work on their cross stitch or to do things that make them happy, but hopefully give you inspiration just to be a little bit more uplifting and positive. And she was so sweet to come up and talk to me and tell me how much she appreciates that. But she gave me a sweet gift of this stash and store you put on your table, and it helps you keep pins and scissors organized, and this sweet zipper pouch. So more, and some scissors. So thank you, Margaret. Thank you so much for introducing yourself. It was so much fun to talk to you. Vicki Ohms, another good friend of mine, she brought me a Golden Girls, it's an inside joke, but a Golden Girls ornament, and this cute card from a trip that she and some of our friends took in April. I was not able to go on that trip, but they said that I was there, kind of like a flat Stanley. So I was in there on that trip with them in virtually. But thank you, Vicki, for that. And then this is another big gift. This is from Sheryl, and let me pull all this out. Some of the things that were gifted to me, Kim accidentally, we got our things mixed up. So she has a few things that were given to me. So I will show those to y'all when I receive them from her, probably next week. She says she's mailing them to me. But this is from Sheryl, and her company is called Sew for Fun, S-E-W, Sew for Fun. Let me see if this will... There we go. Sew for Fun. I'll link it below. But she made us all color coordinated and personalized to us. So for me, I got this little, it's kind of like a tabletop catch-all while you're stitching at a retreat, but it says Annie's. stuff. And this is like a pin caddy. This adorable project bag. Luggage tag. And this, she said, is for like a hot pad. A back scratcher. A sweet, sweet card, which was very nice of her to include that, a very personalized card. And then just for birthdays, this is a reminder calendar to keep track of special days year after year. So it's not a calendar that changes the year, but it helps you keep track of your friends' birthdays every year. So that was super, super sweet and thoughtful, and thank you so much, Sheryl. I really do appreciate that. I'll link her information below if you're looking for little personalized gifts like this. She is so good at color coordinating it. And there I go, dropping everything on the floor. Okay, now for the fun part. Oh, and this was something else that was cute. This is a cute pin cushion that someone left on my table. Everybody got one of these. Please enter your pin. And my stocking. I was the recipient of 2 stockings. One was from Cecilia. That was this first session, and this is the ornament she stitched me. Isn't that just cute? Love it. And it's a flat finish. And she had this lovely card, lots of treats in it that have been consumed, and then this other little ornament, and some everything from just other goodies in there. Other sewing notions were inside the stocking. The second session, I received this. I received this sewing tomato from Angela. Angela watched Celeste Creates video tutorial on how to make these, and she made one for me, and it is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Angela. I love tomatoes. It was so cute to get that. And then her very good friend, Michelle, I happened to receive her stocking, that stocking exchange. The stocking was full of, it had this project bag in it, and then it had all kinds of goodies inside. But the ornament that she stitched, and I have the link to the Etsy shop if you're interested in stitching this, but this is the adorable ornament she stitched me. It's like a little postcard. Joy to the world, it says, with the postage stamp that looks like Santa. And this is the back of it. Isn't that beautiful? She finished it herself. She said it was her first time to finish something. I just love it. Look at that. Even the back stitching here to make it look like it's been postmarked. So cute. And look at Santa's little fuzzy beard. I love this. This is just adorable. And it was inside this little tin that I can use for other things to keep in my bag. But she had everything from Priscilla and Chelsea's Stitching with the Housewives ribbon, to candy, to tape, lip gloss or chapstick, a seam ripper, just all kinds of sewing notions. And she wanted me to have something from Washington. They are both Angela and Michelle, they're the friends. They are from Washington, and they went to a lavender festival, and coincidentally I love lavender. So she added in here some lavender and honey lotion. So all kinds of cute stuff, fun stuff to just dig through. And they made these project bags. So lots of fun stuff in there as well. So that was pretty much the way that the retreat ended, was with the gift exchanges, with the stocking exchange. So it was just a jam-packed week of lots of fun, lots of just stitchy kindness. And I just really appreciated it. And thank you, Kim and Ashley, for hosting such a wonderful retreat. And thank you, Priscilla and Chelsea, for taking the time away from your family to go for 1 week to Greenwood, Indiana, to teach the class and to hang out with all of us stitchers. We really did appreciate meeting you. I'm going to insert some photos here of the week. Because I was often using other people's cameras to take pictures, I don't have as many photos as I normally do because I was so busy working. But, and I do not have, from my phone, a video of Priscilla's trunk show. I actually recorded it twice, and both times was with someone else's phone. I do know that if you want to see Priscilla's trunk show at the retreat, you can go to Priscilla's blog, her Facebook page and her Instagram, and see her trunk show. One of the videos I took was with her phone. So you can go over there and check that out. But I'm going to go ahead and insert some photos and videos here for you to watch. So I hope you enjoy. Tell her? that, as you can see, it was a lot of fun that week, a lot of exciting times. Hopefully you can do that again. So let's jump into, I'm sure you all saw last week my video with Kim, her big announcement. She is opening a store in Farmington, Missouri. Stitch Etc. is her online business right now that she has through Facebook, and she does wooden boards for finishing, and it's been her dream her whole life to open a cross stitch store, and so she is doing that. On August 16th, she will open a brick and mortar shop in Farmington, Missouri. So I'm going to link all of her information below. If you have any questions, if you want to contact her, you are welcome to do so. I know she would love it. I know in time she will have an online store as well, so you can place orders online. But in the meantime, she ships anywhere and everywhere, and is really fast at shipping. So speaking of shipping, all of my giveaways have been mailed. I'm caught up 100%. Even on the international ones. If you're waiting for shipping from Australia, those restrictions have been lifted, and I have been able to mail packages to Australia again. But give it about a week. Not the Australia, I don't know how long you'll have to wait, probably a few weeks. But if you're waiting on a package from me, wait about a week. If you don't receive it, let me know. But I have mailed everything, and everyone should have their giveaways in their mailboxes soon. So thank you for your patience on that. Let's go into my whips. How about that? And then we'll do my haul, and then we'll do this week's giveaways. So let me clear off some space. Hold on one second. I'm gonna pause the video and clear off my table. Okay, I'm back. It took me a second to get everything cleaned off my table, and then now I've brought all of my whips and my haul and giveaways to share with you. But I almost forgot. I did not mention that during the retreat, I finally got to meet Artie, the vintage stitcher, in person. It was such a delight to finally sit down with her. I have been chatting with Artie via text, email, Instagram messages for about a year and 5 months now, and we finally got to meet in person, and that was so much fun. She was so sweet and so kind and giving of her time. Everything I thought she would be, and it was so nice to finally meet her in person. So we hope to get together again sometime in the near future. It was just such a joy to meet with her, and we did a little bit of shopping together too. So Artie, thank you for making the journey down to Indiana so that we could sit at the same table and talk and just have a good time. I also got to see Stitch with Mel, my friend Melissa from Arkansas, who also has a Flosstube channel. She joined us the first session. So I had Mel the first session and Artie the second session. So lots of fun, lots of just catching up. So that was nice. Okay, let's go into my whips. Surprisingly, I managed to touch or stitch all but 3 of my whips that I took. So I'm going to start with, I'm still going to show you the ones I didn't stitch, because if you missed the last videos, then you can see my whips and my rotation right now. But I'm going to share with you what I got to work on over the last couple of weeks. So the first one is the Kathy Barrick AH to EE reproduction of an 1806 Quaker sampler. This is one of my favorite pieces I'm stitching right now. Of course, I'm probably going to say that about all of my pieces. I love all of them. But this I found from my friend Celeste with Celeste Creates. She is quite the enabler. Met lots of enablers this last week. Peggy, you know who you are. Met lots of enablers this last week who just, that's the other very fun and scary thing about retreats, is you will see what other people are stitching and you will just become enamored with it. But this I found from my friend Celeste, and here is my progress. When I last showed you this, I was just finishing up this motif. So I finished this motif here, worked on the A, and started down here. And I am stitching this on 36 count Vintage Country Mocha, and I am using Wavy Navy, my new favorite navy, from Classic Colorworks. So I am really enjoying how this is looking. This is a super quick stitch. I'm just really enjoying it. So I am right here in this area and I'm right there. So I'm probably going to just make my way down and then over and up. I don't know. I love this tree. I might make my way over there. Such a sweet sampler. So that I got to spend some time with that piece. And these are in no order. I just stacked them all on top of each other. I was able to spend and work a lot on my piece that I am borrowing, my unicorn chart, that I am borrowing from my friend Cindy. This is Blackbird Designs and To All a Good Night. And this is the pattern. And To All a Good Night. I have wanted this piece for a long time, and I've wanted to stitch this for a long time. So because this is a borrowed piece, I really wanted to spend a lot of time with it. So here's my progress. I'll show you all the colors of the floss in just a second. I am stitching this on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. I had this in my stash, so, and oddly enough, it was perfect. It was the perfect size for this. Such a pretty stitch. So on this, the cherry bark is the lettering, is what the letters are in. So cherry bark is Gentle Arts, yeah, Gentle Arts, and it's a deep red, and that is what the letters or the words are stitched in. I'm using all of the called for floss, so it's a blend of Gentle Arts and Weeks. So here are all the colors. It's a fun stitch. It's a super quick stitch too. Well, so far, I haven't gotten to the brick yet. But here are all the colors. And I love the bricks. The brick is stitched in, I think that's Raspberry Parfait. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, Raspberry Parfait. So it's kind of this pink, so pretty. I'm so excited to have this in my hands and to stitch it. I've wanted to stitch this for a long time. So, and To All a Good Night, Blackbird Designs. It is out of print. It is hard to find. I am borrowing this one from a friend, and I am taking really good care of it, Cindy. I made a working copy, and I am keeping it in your little sleeve that you sent it to me in. But such a fun stitch. I'm enjoying every bit of it. Hopefully I'll be able to make more progress this week on that. Okay. My next one is a stitch along that I started with Celeste, and a lot of people decided to join us, and that was so much fun. A lot of people at the retreat. I even have a photo of that, of people joining us. We all started on June 25th. This is Plum Street Samplers, this Joyous season. So here's this pattern. And I just love this plaid house. In this pattern, you have the choice of stitching the Australian flag, the English flag, or the US flag. The US flag in here is the colonial flag with the 13 stars. I cannot show it to you because it's just the pattern, not the image. But in this picture, it's the Australian flag. I will switch it to the US flag. But I love this plaid house. So, you ready to see my progress? Now, I'm not going to name names, but there are some show-offs at the retreat that managed to stitch quite a bit in one evening. And then she had to rub my nose in it, saying, well, why aren't you stitching farther, Annie? Well, Dawn, it's because I'm not as fast as you. We had good fun. I am stitching mine on 36 count vintage navy bean, which is a lakeside linen. 36 count vintage navy bean. And here's my progress. So I stitched 90 stitches in on the border around the top and 90 stitches down. I really wanted to start in the middle and so I could work on the house, but ultimately I decided to just start in the upper corner, and I managed to make it to some of the poinsettias. But if you look on the pattern, this is where I am. I have this flower and that flower. So is that right? No, I have these two flowers. So I'm getting closer to the center and I can work my way down to the house. So this is so much fun, and I just love these big pomegranates. So pretty. I am using all the called for overdyes and DMCs. Here are all the colors, and I'm using the floss drop from Donna, but here are all of the colors. Lots of colors in this pattern. So much fun. So that is my progress on this joyous season. If you are joining us and are on Instagram, Celeste and I are using Joyous Season SAL as our hashtag. So hashtag Joyous Season SAL. I'd love to see your progress. I think this is going to be a fun one. Hopefully I will have it finished this year. If not, that's okay. I'll definitely keep it in my rotation for a while. Okay. I was able to work on my floral motif sampler, which I'd forgotten how much I loved this sampler too. I just loved everything about it. I love the linen, I love the border, I love all the little motifs, but this is what I'm working on. This is the Scarlet House Floral Motif Sampler. And here's my progress. I'm going to turn it in half. So when I last saw you all, I had the border up till about right here. So I worked all the way on the border and came across with it. And I realized I did not have these little flowers stitched. So I went back in and added those. So that's how far I got on this one day at the retreat. I am stitching this on 40 count Picture This Plus mallow. And you can see it's kind of a yellow modeling to it. I'm using all of the called for Gentle Arts and 1 Week's color. But here are all the colors. This is one of those, I don't know if it's the linen or if it's the motifs or what, but this is really one of my favorite stitches I've had in a long time. I'm using 1 strand of floss over 2. I don't know if it's because of how dainty each one is. I don't know if it's all the colors, but there's something special about this sampler that just makes me happy. It's so pretty. So I'm going to continue on with the border and make my way across the bottom. I may come back up to the top and come down. This is definitely going to take a while, but it is so much fun to stitch. Each little flower, each little motif is just like a little happy finish. So I'm loving it so much. So I worked on that. Again, these are in no order. So Chrissy with Finally a Farm Girl reached out to me a couple of weeks ago and said that she and stitchylinda on Instagram, which is a good friend of hers, were wanting to start a Judy Whitman JBW Design Christmas Ornaments stitch along, and if I wanted to join. And I said, of course, you know, I love Judy. Because none of us really had the opportunity this July to stitch a lot of Christmas, we decided to let August be our Christmas ornament stitch along. So the way this works, if you would like to join us, is pick any Judy Whitman JBW Designs ornament or ornaments and stitch it for the month of August. If you post it on Instagram, please use the hashtag JBW Ornament SAL. I would love to see it. Tag us in it. Tag Finally a Farm Girl, tag stitchylinda, and tag me, the proper stitcher. So I started on one of the ornaments this week. So I have in my Judy Whitman bag, I've dubbed this the Judy Whitman bag because it has all of my Judy Whitman patterns in it, but I have lots of her Christmas ornaments in this bag. So what I decided to start with is Christmas in the Round. And I love her round series. I stitched her Summer in the Round here on my shelf. So this is Christmas in the Round. So I am using a 32 count antique white linen. I am using Weeks Dye Works Holly because I wanted it to be green. I'm doing all one color, and this is my progress. So I started here in the middle, right there. And I am going to finish this on probably a Stitch Etc. red round board like the blue, or I may just stitch it or finish it as my own flat circle mold and for an ornament. The round boards can also be an ornament on a tree, but I haven't decided yet, but those are my choices. That's why I'm stitching this in green, so I can finish it on a red board. I have seen lots of her rounds for Christmas blended with red and green, and it has such a pretty look to it as well. But I have a lot of her Christmas patterns in here. I have this booklet. She's just released another one of these Christmas ornament collection, the 4th one in the series. I have in here French Country Angel I hope to stitch this month. This is Alphabet in the Round. This is one that I saw at market. Someone stitched the letters in red, or she stitched the letters in red, and then the little flowers in the middle, they were stitched in green, so it's a nice red and green. I want to stitch this mitten. So those are some of the many choices that I have of Judy's designs in here with the monochromatic colors, or just one color. I have so many of her ornaments that I just need to kit and hopefully work on by Christmas. So that is my progress on the JBW ornament Sal. I also took my friendship basket to have some people fill in. I really did not get as much of an opportunity to go around to all the tables asking people to stitch flowers in my basket. This is, for those of you who don't know, Liz Matthews from Hello from Liz Matthews had a wonderful idea before StitchCon if you sign up on her newsletter, you can download this pattern. It's called Friendship Basket. It's a complimentary design if you sign up for her newsletters, but it is a great opportunity for you to take to retreats and have people stitch a flower in your basket. And the thought is by the end of the year, you will have a basket full of flowers from people from different retreats that have filled in your basket or stitched your basket. So here is my progress, or what some people stitched this week on my basket. So my basket is so colorful and so pretty. I am going to make my border a little wider to accommodate all of these flowers. So aren't they cute? Look at all those colors. So many creative little stitchers out there. So thank you, Liz, for a wonderful idea. I love it. I love it, love it. I think it's so much fun to take this on retreats, and I will definitely take it with me next month when I go to Quilter Stations. And I'll probably take it with me to the meet and greet at the end of this month at Johnson City. So, okay. I was able to work on my Quaker Christmas. This is a Quaker Christmas from Bygone Stitches. And I've been working on this with Artie, the vintage stitcher, for quite some time, and some other people have joined us as well. A lot of people have finished. Artie and I have not. But this is a Quaker Christmas by Bygone Stitches, and this is my progress. Melissa brought hers with her too, and we were able to stitch on it for a little while together. So here's my progress. I worked on, where did I work? Oh, at the retreat. I worked up here. I worked on the red that you see I finished this flower and I carried the motif over and down. So I am stitching this on 40 count cream Edinburgh linen, and I'm using 1 strand of floss over 2. So much fun to sit and stitch with her, with Melissa. I'll link her Flosstube below as well. She's a little bit farther along than I am, but that's okay. But this is a Quaker Christmas Bygone Stitches. And I am using the called for classic color works on this, which the green is Balsam Fir, the red is Cupid, and the gold is Ye Olde Gold. So here are the colors. You are welcome to join at any time. I have said this before, it is definitely stitch at your own pace. Some people are stitching individual ornaments, pulling a motif out and making little ornaments. Some people are not making it Christmas. They're changing the colors and making it an everyday, leaving the word Christmas, Merry Christmas off. So make it your own. You can do anything you want with it, but I have enjoyed stitching this for the past year. Okay. And then the last thing I worked on while I was there, I will hopefully make more progress on this soon because it is a Christmas present. But this is Barbara Anna Designs Dreaming Frida. This is a PDF download from Creative Poppy. You can also purchase it from an LNS, but Creative Poppy, Barbara Anna Designs Dreaming Frida. And here's my progress. I am stitching this on 36 count vintage country mocha, and I'm using all of the called for DMC, which is a lot of colors. So here's my progress. While I was at the retreat, I'm using 1 strand of floss over 2. I did all of this down here. I did the butterflies and the flowers. So super cute. I love all the colors. I hope I get this done in time, Kim. She knows it's for her. I hope I get it done in time, but I'm working so fast on it. It is a lot of color changes, so it just, for me, it takes me a little bit longer. I just love Barbara Anna patterns, especially her Fridas. So many cute Fridas. That is all I worked on. I did not get to work on my Tomato Tuesday. I did not get to work on Nottingham. And I did not get to work on my Liz Matthews Be Kind to Be True. So those will probably get some attention from me this week. But I did work on Gray's quilt. So that is really what's taking the #1 slot for me, my #1 priority, because I only have 2 weeks to get this done. So between now and then, you may not see as much stitching from me, but you will see quilting from me. So what I am doing for Gray, my daughter who's going off to college, I am making her a throw blanket for her dorm room. I am using the quilt-as-you-go method that I watched the video, and I've shown y'all many times other quilts I've made using the quilt-as-you-go method with the jelly rolls. And I am making her this quilt. This is, Riley Blake's, I can't remember the name. I'll list it below, the fabric I'm using, but it's a Riley Blake, and I'll list it below in the link below. But I am using the Fat Quarter Shop's tutorial on Quilt-as-you-go. So this is just made with jelly rolls and 10-inch batting squares. So it's so much fun to just make so many different types of designs and patterns and stripes. I added a jelly roll of white just to kind of break it up a little bit and to help the squares go a little bit farther. I'm also going to make her a throw pillow with the same fabric. So they're all different. I've already quilted these, and I'm just going to keep making these squares, and then I will attach them in rows and make the quilt. The back of the quilt is going to be this fabric, And the binding of the quilt is going to be this green floral. She picked it out. She picked out the backing material and the binding material. So it's been so much fun to make these squares. I just need to make more of them. Because my sewing room is in sort of the loft space, which is open up over to the living room, I have to be, I can't do it at night when they're down there watching TV because the sewing machine is so loud. So that, just a couple more squares, so many pretty colors and so cheerful and so much fun to work with. So those are all the squares I've made so far. Hopefully by next week I will have more done and at least the quilt top put together to share with you. Let me show you my haul. That's all of my whips for the week. So my haul for this week, I did not do a lot of shopping while I was at the retreat, but I did get some items in the mail. I get this question often, what kind of hoop I like to use. And I use these hoops that I get from Hoop and Frame. I'll list their website below. I got a new hoop in this week, and I got this oval shape. I forgot to get the bias tape. You are supposed to wrap the bias tape around the inner part of the hoop, and that keeps it from snagging on your linen. But I forgot to get the bias tape. So when that comes in, I will then put it around the inner side and be able to use this hoop. So I got these hoops. While I was at the retreat, there were some vendors, and I purchased from Michelle Lee Quilts. Michelle is who makes project bags, but she's also a long armor. I got a couple of project bags from her. So I got this one with the Lori Holt fabric, and she quilts the top of her project bags with her long arm, which I think is so nice. So I got that one, and then this one. She only had one, and she said, I knew you would love that one. So here is the one I got from her. I just love the red, the white, and the blue. And the quilting on this one is so pretty. I'll link her Etsy shop below. And then for Farmhouse Needleworks, I'll list her shop below too. She, actually, let me see. Does she have Etsy or is it a website? She has Facebook and Instagram, and she's on Etsy. But this is her bag that she had a lot of these for sale, and I was looking at them all week and loved it. So I purchased one, and she gave me one to use as a giveaway. So this will be added to our giveaways this week. I do have another bag that is going to be used as a giveaway, but it ended up in Kim's stack of things, so she's going to send it to me. So got those bags. I did, while we were in Greenwood, we took one afternoon and went to Backdoor Quilts, which is a great quilt shop in Greenwood, Indiana. And while I was there, I was shopping with Peggy. Sorry for the crinkle. I was shopping with Peggy. Second time she's attended. Super sweet lady. She and her daughter came last year, and they came again this year with Peggy and Bonnie. And she was giving me some advice on sending your child off to college. And so I was buying a couple of things. I didn't get a lot at the quilt store. And she said, save this, keep it in a bag for after you drop Gray off at school. And when you get home and you're feeling a little sad, you will have a happy present to open. So the placemat I showed you earlier in the episode that Dawn Eck made, I want to make some for everyday non-Christmassy. So I got this Lori Holt, the vintage fabric. So I'm going to make some placemats with this, and I got some backing fabric for it. So they had these cute little fat quarter bundles. So here's this one with chickens and this coordinating fabrics. So cute. All of these I thought would be fun to use for little placemats, to use as a gift or for myself. And this would not go with that, but I liked it for backing something else, for some of my finishing. This is a Tilda fabric. So I'm going to keep all of this per Peggy's suggestion in the bag, and I will pull it out one day when I get back from taking Gray to school, because I will not have time to work on that anyway between now and then. I did get some PDF downloads. I don't know if you all are aware, I'm sure you are, but Finally a Farm Girl is now designing. Chrissy is now designing patterns, and you can go to her Etsy shop. I did purchase this one, Mrs. Claus and Company. Super cute PDF download. Another PDF download I got is from the Snowflower Diaries. I could not resist this one. And honestly, I wish I had found this before I started stitching Dreaming Frida. But I love this. I'm going to fold it in half. This is Viva La Frida. And I just think this is perfect. It's a nice blend of whimsical and sampler all in one. But this is on her Etsy shop. This is Snowflower Diaries, and I will link her Etsy shop below. So I have that PDF download. And then I got some other things. I ordered from Brenda Gervais' website. It's called Country Stitches Online. I got Christmas Cottage. This is one that's hard to find in stores. And I borrowed from Kim her Madame Chantilly on the Beach. She has this stitched in her store, and where the flag right there, it says holiday on it. She put Orange Beach on there because to remember a family trip they took to Orange Beach. I'm going to put the beach where we always go in that flag, so that can be like a family gift. Okay, and then I ordered from Kitten Stitcher a couple of things. She has an exclusive kit from Primitive Hair. This is Home is Where My Stitching Is, and this came in while I was gone. And so in this kit, you have the fabric and all of the floss ready to go. So this, I didn't even know what it was. It's a mystery exclusive kit. The Primitive Hair. Home is Where My Stitching Is. So one more time, I'll show it to you. And I just love those colors and that border. So pretty. I ordered Exemplars from the Heart. This is the Windmill Sampler. And I got a fat quarter of 36 count Fiber on a Whim Affogato. This is a hard one to find, so I'm glad I got it when I could. Let's see. I got from Kitten Stitcher some more linen. I love how she labels everything. This is 36 count American Chestnut. It's a nice, just tan. And I got 36 count Rustic Driftwood, which is a dark brown. So I got that linen. And lastly, I got from JBW Designs 36 count Edinburgh linen. Oh, it came with a little surprise inside. Okay, so this is another linen I got. A good cream color. So that is all of my haul I got. I also got, last but not least, 2 antique samplers. And these are from what we think are sisters. From about, let's see, 1863. This is Mary Rivers. And I love all those little floral motifs down there. And then this one is Harriet Rivers. And look at Harriet's flowers down there. So pretty. So those are going to be fun for me to kind of look through. I just opened them up yesterday. So Not sure where they will go in my room, but those are fun to have. Sorry, I feel like I got rushed there at the end here. I think it's because I feel like this is the longest video I've had in a long time. So that's my haul. Lots of things that we've gone over. Let's go into the giveaways from last time. Last time I asked y'all to share with me some of the Flosstubers you're watching, and I got a lot of responses. Thank you all so much for commenting. If you are looking for Flosstubers to watch, go through and read through the comments of episode number 60. Yeah, this is 62. So episode number 60, and get an idea of some Flosstubers out there. So the winners, how this works, to enter to win, be a subscriber, like the video, and answer the question below, and then enter the number or list the number that you would like to be entered. When I call out your name the next video, I do a drawing the next week, and when I call your name out, email me at theproperstitcher@gmail.com with your name, your address, and the item you won, and I will get that in the mail to you as soon as possible. So the winners from 2 weeks ago are, number 1, Devra Klein. Devra, D-E-V-R-A, Klein. You won the Country Cottage 'Tis the Season. Devra Klein, number 1. Number 2, Country Cottage Needleworks Winter. This goes to Barbara Sherman, S-H-E-R-M-A-N, Barbara Sherman. Number 3, Best of Friends Strawberry. This goes to Amy Berry, B-A-R-R-Y. Number 4, JBW Designs, Be Mary. This goes to Joanne Toby. Number 5 is Erica Michaels, Stitch All the Things. This goes to Tammy, I-E, Tammy with an I-E, Latimer, L-A-T-I-M-E-R. Number 6 is Sew by Row. This goes to Susan Lusk, L-U-S-K. And so email me at theproperstitcher@gmail.com. Let me know what you won, your address. I'll get that in the mail to you as soon as I can hear from you. So this week, the question is going to be, and I don't have a question ready. What are you stitching right now? What season are you stitching? Or are you stitching every day? Some people are gearing up for Christmas. Some are gearing up for Halloween. Lots of wonderful Halloween patterns coming out. I've been watching some of the sneak peeks for Needlework Expo, which it happens the weekend of August 27th. Lots of cute Halloween patterns. Kathy Barrick, I saw a sneak peek of hers, and I just love that witch. Lots of Lori Brecklin with Not Forgotten Farms. So many cute fall and Halloween patterns coming out. Speaking of August 27th, just a reminder, I will be at the store in Johnson City. It's called Cross Stitch and Crafts. I will be there August 27th, shopping all day. I'll be there from 11 to 5, sort of a meet and greet. I would love it if you can come by if you're in the area, nearby the area. I would love it if you can come by. I'd love to meet you. And you can meet Amy and Sandra, Sandra owns the store and Amy works for her. It would be so much fun to meet you. So that's August 27th. So this week, answer the question below. What are you stitching? What holiday or season are you stitching? Or are you stitching your just non-seasonal? So here are the prizes for this week. Number 1, courtesy of Farmhouse Needleworks, this project bag with the floss keep. Number 1. Number 2 is from JBW, thank you Judy, Christmas Smalls. Number 2, this is number 2. Number 3, also from Judy from JBW Designs. Number 3 is Love in the Round. Number 4 is a two-part gift. This is, you get a set of pins from Jersey Girl Stitch Company. and this Blackbird Sauveur Blackbird Designs pattern. So you get these two for number 4. Number 5, Rockin' Around. This is from Fat Quarter Shop. This is a quilt pattern, Rockin' Around. And number 6 is Silver Creek Samplers Winter Friends, number 6. So that's all of our giveaways for this week. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for joining me today. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend and get lots of stitching time in. And leave me a comment below. Let me know how you're doing. Thanks.